Hey there, what's up, freaky fan collectors? This is Nigel Explorers, yet again, with another beauty of mine in my collection. What you are looking at now, this is a LakeWood all-purpose 10-inch fan. The model number is S-10. And this fan came out in the early 60s as well. If you just watched my GE video, this is another fan that was produced and manufactured in the early 60s. I believe this one was actually in 1961. Anyhow, as you can tell, this fan looks absolutely brand new. Never been touched before in its life. And if you guessed that, you're absolutely correct. This fan is brand new and is almost 60 years old. So you're probably asking yourself, how did Nigel Explorers find this one? Well, it was quite simple. I was online doing research, like I normally do on my fans and a bunch of other stuff, as well as abandoned and haunted places, as I have videos that will be coming up on my channel as far as that goes. So I'm not just diverting my life to fan collecting. I'm also finding, once again, haunted and abandoned places. So those are going to be on my channel here in the near future. But anyhow, I was online doing a research, as I normally do. Like, I'm just repeating myself. I apologize. I am a blonde. Let me remind you folks. And probably for a couple of weeks, and I came across an older style fan just like this one. However, it was silver, I believe. And it caught my eye, and I started doing investigations on this particular fan, where it came from, who made it, when it came out, all that good stuff. And I actually fell in love with it when I got the reviews on it and talked to a couple of other people, and went on a fan hunt for this one. So, to make a long story short, I jumped on eBay. I also surf Craigslist, or as I call it, Crazies List. There's a bunch of nutcases on that site, but you'd be surprised. I actually have one or two vintage fans I haven't showed yet on videos that I actually got off of Craigslist, of all places, and got one for $5, I think, and the other one was for only like $6, $10, something like that. But anyhow, I found one on here, or I'm sorry, on eBay, and it was it was this color. This is a retro blue color. It wasn't in the perfect condition that you see in front of you now, though. And I didn't expect it to be, because vintage means there's going to be problems with it, unless you do hard researching and you have a lot of strokes and luck in your favor, and you can find one like this one. But anyhow, I got outbidded yet again. Gosh, I hate that. I got kind of bummed, but got over it. And less than 16 hours later, I started doing some more research, and I found this on another website through a third party on the internet. And spoke to the dude, and the dude said that he actually went to an estate sale and walked up into the attic, and he found this thing sitting in the corner in the original box, and he bought it. He figured he'd make a few bucks. He didn't want it, so he sold it to me. So that's how I managed to get this in my possession. And again, I do have the original box. I have that upstairs with my other boxes, and the box is in perfect condition, as well as the fan. I mean, the whole thing had been purchased almost 60 years ago. It was placed up in that attic, and nobody used it, probably because they forgot it was up there, and it stayed all these years untouched. So my jaw hit the ground when I found this, and I was like, damn. So Initially, the one I was going to get before this one, that guy won it, and then I'm thinking, well, patience is a virtue. 15, 16 hours later, I got this one, and it's a brand new condition, never been used. So a little history behind these types of fans is they do come in aluminum blades as well. However, this one is plastic. And there was several different companies that made this particular fan. LakeWood, obviously, as this one is, as you can see. I've always liked those little snowflake-looking symbols with LakeWood. I don't know, maybe it's just a blonde thing. But Kmart actually has a model of this out. JCPenney's has a model of this out. Montgomery Ward's, Sears, and I believe GE made a similar version to this fan as well. So I believe the Kmart style one is aluminum blades, the JCPenney's aluminum blades, and there is an older version of this one from LakeWood that's also aluminum blades. But on the aluminum blade ones, I will tell you the switch for those fans are an inline switch, which means it is in the middle of the cord. So an inline switch, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, that is like halfway in the middle of your cord that you would typically see like on a lamp or something. It would be like right here. I don't really mind those. I particularly don't like them because those do have a tendency to short out very quickly because of the rotating device that's placed in that switch. And if that switch goes, the fan goes, obviously. So I opted to get the plastic blade one. Obviously, who could resist this fan? Who's a vintage fan collector? I think any one of you guys would have snatched it if I didn't get it. So I opted to obviously take this one without the aluminum blades. But my whole moral of the story is I prefer the switch on the motor part, which is right here, because these will not short out as quickly. I mean, if you keep turning it, and you do it daily, continuously, it will, but those inline switches are just really fucked up switches. So, and these fans are only one speed. I think there might be one model from GE on here that is actually a 2-speed. But anyhow, I'm really not complaining. I absolutely love this fan. The other thing that I love about it is, again, it is retro blue, and blue happens to be my favorite color. And I think it's also cool how LakeWood has their name tag in here. It's dark blue, and then the cavity of the fan is a light retro vintage blue color. So nonetheless, it's a brand new fan. The fan's almost 60 years old. You can't beat that. And I got it for a very reasonable price. So I'm very fortunate to have this in my fan collection. So, but anyhow, that does tilt. It's a tiltable fan. So you can go up, you can go down, etc. And this fan, and this is all metal, so the stand that it's sitting on is metal, and the cavity of the fan is also metal. So this fan is not as light as you think it is. I think this is about 10 pounds. Might be 12 pounds. So it's not as light as it looks. So the only thing that's plastic on this is the front grill here and the plastic blades, obviously. Everything else is metal on it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And again, there's only one speed on this, so and for this only being a 10-inch fan, it lets out a lot of air, believe it or not. So I'm probably standing about, I don't know, maybe 8 feet. And it's blowing my papers on my dining room table in the back there. So it blows a lot of air for being a small fan and being 10 inches. Alright, let's do a walk around. Even though I just did it before, now I'm going to do it with it on. So you can see in here the back of the motor. So very cool, very stylish. And I don't use this fan on a regular or daily basis. I actually just pulled it out of the box just to add it onto my channel to show you guys what I had found and how I found it. Alright, let me shut it down and do a spin down. There we go. So there you have it, folks. I mean, the spin down's like no tomorrow. Obviously I didn't need to oil it. I did a light dust on it. But what you see, dudes, is what I got out of the box. And if it wasn't for that guy, excuse me, if it wasn't for that guy going to that estate sale thing that he went to and walking up in the attic, I would not have this right now. So I was really fortunate to had found this and going through a third party on the internet and found it. So, and again, you can get these with Kmart logo in the front there. But again, those are going to be an inline switch, as I said earlier, on the cord. You can also get those in a GE model, Sears and Penny's. I have seen a Penny's one on there before, but it kind of looked like crap. Whoever was trying to sell that did not take care of it. But this is a brand new LakeWood all-purpose / utility model S-10 retro blue and tiltable. So anyhow, folks, gals, dudes, hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope you enjoyed my small little cute little fan. He says hi to everybody. Subscribe to my channel and watch out for more videos in the future. Peace out.